Veronica, and here we have Henry. He is a red Australian Terrier.
Hi Henry! You're a good boy. Okay, so first interview for learning about breeds, and here we have Henry and Veronica. So first question, so how far have you or would you travel to a show?
The furthest we've travelled is actually Perth. We went to Perth Royal last year and did quite well, which was really, really good. So that's the furthest we've travelled.
That's a
But
long way.
with driving, generally maybe 3 hours. We might go as far as 5, but try and stay within the 3-hour radius.
Okay, excellent. That is a long way.
Perth
Yeah.
was a long way. It was a long flight.
That'd be a good experience. I bet.
Longest flight I've ever done. It was my first royal experience, so it was really good because it was small and everyone was really lovely. And so it's not as big as Eka, so it was a really good first experience.
Oh, that's awesome. And did Henry do well?
Henry got best of breed.
Oh, awesome.
Freya, unfortunately, was still baby puppy at the time, so she got baby puppy of breed.
Excellent. Oh, well done. Okay, so next question. How and why did you choose your breed and what stood out for you?
I actually had an Australian Terrier when I was younger. We had him for 15 years and basically the only dog I knew. And he was actually a red Australian Terrier. And that just made it so much easier. Size was a factor as well, living in residential. Size does come into play. They're a hardy breed. They can deal with the Australian climate, especially in Queensland with it being so hot. Being in Ipswich, it gets quite cold as well. They seem to cope really well with the climate changes. They don't shed a great deal because we strip out the coat and it's a horse coat. So there was that as well. We didn't want something that barked too much. And these guys tend not to bark a lot, but something also that's energetic that's going to go and catch a ball as well.
Yeah. Oh, you did a lot of homework. I like the whole shedding bit because that gets people as well.
It does. You still strip them out on a regular basis, so we pull out any of the dead hair.
Yeah.
But other than that, you don't have a great deal of shedding. It's not like, I think someone has mentioned that corgis shed a fair bit. It's not like they leave a lot of hair lying around.
Oh, okay. Cool. Alrighty. And any words of advice for someone looking to start out in showing dogs?
Not to get involved in the silliness, the politics. Come out and have fun. Have a good day with your dog. See it as giving the dog a job. They enjoy it. They enjoy spending the time with you. And it's really corny, and everyone will say this, but you always take the best dog home.
It's so true. Oh, it's really good.
It is. We love our dogs. They live in this inside, outside. You know, we take them to the beach. This is just another outing for us with the dogs.
So true. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. So, in terms of Australian Terriers, can you tell me a bit of history about the breed?
So what they're originally from Australia, bred from a few different terrier breeds, and they were originally here for ratting and killing snakes around the homestead.
Okay.
They have been used occasionally for other little things like herding and things like that, but not a lot. It was more they were to guard the homestead and keep it vermin free.
Excellent. Okay. And temperament-wise?
Temperament can vary depending on the dog and their breeding. We've found they don't bark a great deal, but they're still a feisty dog. They are still a terrier, so they are not always other dog friendly, so that's something to be mindful of, but being a terrier, they're fairly easy to train. So it's that balance between being dog friendly and being able to be trainable, so it's normally a nice balance.
Okay. Size?
Size, in the standard they say that approximately 10 inches at the withers, about 7 to 10 kilos.
Excellent. And coat colours and maintenance?
So coat colours is the red sandy, which is Henry's closer to a red, more so than a sandy. Sandy's a fair bit lighter than this. Ideally you want a clear coat with no black hairs through them. And then we've got the blue and tan, which is Freya.
Hiya.
And so the blue is over the body. They start
How beautiful.
black, and it starts to get that grey hair through it, which
Yep.
is where the blue comes from.
Ah, okay. Gorgeous. Hi, Tilly.
And Tilly is another red.
Well done.
And coat care is generally we trim around the muzzle, taking off some of the longer hair around the muzzle. We remove the long hairs from the ears, so and then the top knot you keep, and it gets brushed forward for show. You keep all of the ruff, which is here, and the apron at the front. And stand. And then we trim all of the hair off the back of the tail, so it's because it gets a fair bit of fringing, so we trim that off, and then the dead hairs on the main part of the coat, sort of in this area over the saddle, is removed. You can do it by hand, and it's just a matter of pulling out those dead hairs.
Okay, and finally, lifespan.
Lifespan, they're quite a long-lived, healthy breed. So sort of 12 to 15 years, I think, is quite adequate for them.
All right. With a bit of TLC as well. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you so much for your
No, not a
time.
problem.
And nice to meet the Australian Terriers.